Hey up everyone, welcome back to the Rugby League History channel. I hope you're all well on this Monday. Tonight's video is going to be a bit different from what I've normally done in the past. Tonight, the title of my video is going to be The Many Faces of Jacob Glegg. So if you are a fan of Nick from Australia or you watch other Rugby League YouTubers, you might have heard or watched that Nick from Australia did a corner post video today. It was very good, very funny. He called out Jacob Glegg. He said the F word 28 times by my counting, and he said the C word about 10 or 15 times, very colourful, full of venom and vitriol. And I was kind of asked by my followers to do, because I've had some run-ins with Jacob Glegg as well, and he's like that song A Thousand Faces from Creed. I mean, which one is he? We don't know. So before I get into that, I'm currently at 656 subscribers at the moment, I think. I'm looking to get to 700, that's my next goal. And thank you to everyone that's recently joined and subscribed, and thanks to everyone that's supported me from the very beginning. It's really appreciated, and thanks very much for all your support over the last year or so. So getting back to Jacob Glegg, just a bit of background. People might go, who is Jacob Glegg? Because some people out there haven't run into him yet. I think he's about 17, 18 year old. He lives in Campbelltown, Camden region of Sydney there. He has multiple Facebook and Instagram accounts. He has, by my count, he's got about 7 Facebook accounts and he's got about 8 Instagram accounts. He's also been a YouTuber in the past, but that's failed every time. So he had a Jacob Glegg Sports channel, he had a vlogs channel, he had a cooking channel and a food review channel, and he also had a gaming channel, and all those kind of failed. The first time I ever saw Jacob Glegg anywhere was about maybe 5 or 6 years ago. He used to post daft stuff on Fox League and Fox Sports Australia, that kind of thing, and people would routinely pee the shit out of him and see that what he was saying was wrong and all that, and he'd always make himself out to be a fool. And then in 2018 I created my Rugby League History Facebook page, and I think around about the same time he joined that. And then 2020 I did my YouTube account for the Rugby League History YouTube service, and for the first couple of months there was no bother with Jacob Glegg. And then all of a sudden I started getting added to Facebook accounts and messenger accounts, so I was getting added to these Campbelltown's pages and Camden pages, and I got invited to a couple of pages that were basically sex chats and all that caper. And I'm thinking, what the fuck, why am I getting invited to this? I just got shot out of there, like. And then he started adding me to sledging groups. South Sydney versus Melbourne sledging group, Campbelltown sledging group, Camden sledging group. And I'm thinking to myself, why the fuck am I getting added to this? I don't live in fucking Campbelltown. I got no resonance with the area, and I'm not a South Sydney fan, so why would I be involved in this caper? Then he started to tag me into stuff. He started to tag me, and it wasn't stuff that I was interested in. It was stuff that would inflame the situation, would make me fucking angry. Like, he'd tag me in, oh, you remember this, Dino? And it'd be Melbourne beating Parramatta 64 points to 10. Or he'd tag me in stuff like how many times Parramatta's won the wooden spoon. He was deliberately being inflammatory, and that really fucking pissed me off. Like, it boiled me piss. And then one day he come across and he begged me to do a rivalry video. And he's going, please, I want you to do an off-field rivalry of me and this other person. And he sent me all these screenshots, and I'm going, okay, I'll consider it. And I'm going through all of the screenshots and the arguments he had with people, and I went, the only thing I can come out of this from what I've read is that they said South Sydney suck. I couldn't find nothing else, so I don't know why he was trying to get me to do a rivalry video. And I even encouraged him. I says, you do your own rivalry video. You don't have to do it off me. It's not an original idea, I think. You can take the idea. You can make an off-field rivalry video. He never followed through with that, obviously. And then things started to take a nasty turn. He started to do the Jesse Arthur. Basically what happened is he created this fake account. At the time, we didn't know that it was a fake account. And it was this person called the real Jesse Arthur. And he was being deliberately inflammatory and all this caper. And he was saying, I know this person, I'm going to get you shut down. And he was saying some pretty nasty stuff to people. And I ended up blocking him. And then this other YouTube account with the same name, just a different variation of spelling come out, and it's still the same thing, like it was the real Jesse Arthur. And anyways, I get this message and it says fuck rugby league history, fuck Parramatta, all that, and it was coming from the real Jesse Arthur. And I went, who the fuck are you? And then I blocked him and deleted him. And then anyway, about a minute later, Jacob Glegg sends me a message saying, oh, why do you block and delete poor Jesse Arthur for? He didn't do anything wrong. And I'm kind of thinking, how would you know that I blocked and deleted Jesse Arthur just like that within about a minute? I mean, and then I put two and two together and I went, Jacob Glegg has created the Jesse Arthur, the real Jesse Arthur account. And he also created this other account. What I think that he did is he got two people's photos from Facebook, made a profile with their name in it, and then attacked me through them when it wasn't really them. And then I think I remember someone in the chat, in the Rugby League Coffee Lounge, a chat that I'm a part of, they sent a message to the actual Jesse Arthur, the real Jesse Arthur, and he went, what? I didn't fucking know about this. What's the crack here, like? So he wasn't particularly impressed with that. And then I got a couple of messages from Nick from Australia and a couple of other people going, Jacob Glegg's trying to copy your account, and I'm thinking to myself, what's the crack here, like? And the next minute, Jacob Glegg, he was trying to say, I want to do a Rugby League history account, just like Rugby League history, Dino, as he calls me. And they're all going, no, that's not a good idea, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, he went ahead and did it, and he called it Rugby League Then and Now. And it was pretty much a direct rip-off from what I do. And I mean, it only lasted a month. He posted every day for about a month. He started in November 2020. The last post that he did was December 15, 2020. He got 181 followers, but the page died in the ass. And I mean, that's not the point. You don't copy other people's work. That's kind of shite, like. So I wasn't particularly happy about that. And then things started to really cross the line. He created this fake account called Ashby. And he'd done this before. He'd been sending messages before, but he sent messages to NRL Vid 090 and he says, ha ha ha, Keith Titmus died, fucking suck on that Manly, all that keeper. And anyway, it was found out that Jacob Glegg was also the creator of Ashby. He's the one that sent those messages. NRL Vids 090, he was fucking fuming. He did a video about it. Probably one of the best videos that I've seen in the last 12 months. And after that, messages started to come from Jacob Glegg's dad saying, oh, you know, he's got a mental illness, he's got all this stuff wrong with him, you can't take it out on him, blah, blah, blah. And everyone was just thinking, that's a load of bollocks. There's other people out there with mental illnesses, but they don't do shite like that. That's just wrong. And then I remember Nick from Australia invited him to the chat and said, we want a fucking explanation right now. How he fucking say something. So we got him on the chat, and then he kept repeating the same stuff over and over again, being daft. He wouldn't go on video call. He was trying to hide from us. And then he said when he was on the chat, he didn't go on the video, but on the chat he said, I'm at Nick from Australia's house and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. And I live in Tweed Heads and all this keeper. And eventually, he never went on the chat. He never manned up. He never faced to what he said or out like that. He just kept repeating the same stuff over and over again. I love she Olivia. I love this person. Blah 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 blah. They just went around and round in circles. And around about the same time, even though he was telling other people that he was living in Tweed Heads, he told me that he was still living in Campbelltown. So where the fuck does he live? I don't know. It could be bloody in some African country for all we know. He might not even be in Australia. Now, there's some accusations that Jacob Glegg could be the Rango man, who's another person over the last year that's been sending some vile stuff and trolling everyone's accounts and all that. But I don't think that Jacob Glegg is the Rango man. I still maintain that the Rango man is Dylan Annette's, aka Everything West Tigers. All the evidence points towards him. So on that account, Jacob Glegg's not guilty of that charge, but for everything else, he's guilty. So in total, in summary, what can we get from this? Jacob Glegg's a troll. He makes a lot of fake accounts. He's a pain in the ass. He boils people's piss. And just be careful. Just be careful when you're dealing with him, because he's a very dangerous character. He's desperate to be famous. He's desperate to be someone, but I don't think he's ever going to be famous or anyone important, because he's had all these failed YouTube accounts, failed Instagram accounts, failed Facebook accounts. So I'm just following on from what Nick from Australia did and what NRL Vids did. Do I think Jacob Glegg's going to learn his lesson? I don't think so. Even when Nick from Australia says, "Fuck off, you cheeseburger eating cunt, stick a fucking fillet of fish right up your ass," he just laughs. So is he going to learn from these videos that we've made about him? Is he going to change his ways? Is he going to stop being a troll? I don't think so. Anyways, everyone, that's my video about Jacob Glegg, the many faces of Jacob Glegg. Which one is he? We'll probably never know. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you have not yet subscribed, please consider doing so. I'm currently at 656 subscribers, looking to get to 700 by the end of February. Anyways, everyone, this is Rugby League History signing off, and I'll catch us all later. Alright, tatty bye now.